What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be doing my hot takes for the 2020 MLB season. And as we know, since it's a 60-game season, really anything could happen. So these are hot takes. They are not necessarily meant to be realistic, but this is what I possibly think could happen because of the shortened season. So we're going to jump right into it with my AL MVP voting. We're going with Austin Meadows as the MVP. Last year, he batted .291 with 33 home runs with a .922 OPS, which is amazing. He does have some fielding struggles, but I feel like he will guide the Rays very far this season as their best player. For the NL MVP, this is where it gets very interesting. I'm predicting a pitcher in Jack Flaherty. Last year, he went 11-8 with a 2.75 ERA, but in the second half of the season alone, his ERA was 0.91. If he could pitch like he did in that second half for this season, which is less than a half a season, he could be amazing. He could have close to a .5 ERA if he pitches on that same level. And he's only 23 or 24 years old, so he's amazing. Which leads me to my NL Cy Young prediction. It's also going to be Jack Flaherty. For my AL Cy Young prediction, I'm predicting Tyler Glasnow. Last year, in only 12 games, he had a 1.78 ERA with a 6-1 record. Tyler Glasnow is a great pitcher. He throws very hard. He's got a lot of potential. For the AL reliever of the year, I'm going with Ken Giles. His nickname is 100 Miles Giles. He's amazing. He had 23 saves last year with a 1.87 ERA. The Blue Jays has improved as a team. I'm not necessarily a fan of them, but hey. For the NL reliever of the year, I'm predicting Jordan Hicks. He's had injury issues, but out of his whole career, he's got 20 saves with a 3.14 ERA in 102 games. Jordan Hicks is an amazing player. Throws 105. I don't think he's hit 106 yet, but I guarantee it'll happen soon. Him and Michael Lorenzen are their velocity is pretty good. And then for the AL Rookie of the Year, I'm gonna go with Ryan Mountcastle. In the minor leagues, this guy has won 2 minor league MVPs: the Carolina League MVP and the International League MVP. He has 70 home runs and 295 batting average in the minor leagues, and he's just amazing. I watched this guy come up from low A ball. He's going to get his opportunity this year with Trey Mancini absent. I think he's going to be amazing. For the NL Rookie of the Year voting, I have no idea who it's going to be. You guys can tell me down in the comments who you think it's going to be. For the AL Comeback Player of the Year, this is a crazy one, but I'm going with Chris Davis. From 2012 to 15, his OPS was .876 with 159 home runs in those years. He was amazing for the Orioles in those years, which is why he has that insane contract that he's on today, and many will consider it one of the worst contracts of all time. But yes, I'm considering him a good pick because he has gained 25 pounds of muscle in the offseason. He had an amazing spring training. If you look at his stats, he batted over 400. So he's an amazing player. Regardless, he's going to get on base a little bit more, definitely higher than his average. So I'm predicting another Davis for my NL Comeback Player of the Year in Wade Davis, who had an 8.65 ERA last year. Now, a couple years ago, he had a decent season with the Rockies. Obviously, the ERAs are going to shoot up because of the Coors effect. Coors Field is an absolute hitter's ballpark. But him and Jake McGee, since they've gone over there, have not been the same pitcher. And at one point, he had a 0.94 ERA. I don't necessarily know if he's going to be the closer because they do have Scott Oberg, who seems to be a pretty good reliever. But we saw Johnny Venters win it a couple years ago, so I think it's definitely possible for him. The standards are low for him. If he puts up a 3 ERA, it's possible that he gets Comeback Player of the Year just because of the 8.675 ERA last year in a lot of games. So that's going to be my hot takes for the 2020 season. Remember, they aren't completely realistic, but you know what? I'm just throwing them out there. So subscribe if you like MLB content. We're coming out with a lot of it. I could do anything MLB related. I just need subscribers. And any requests, just drop it down in the comments.